Ajuma was born in Lodwar by a very young mother. It was a teenage pregnancy, yes. And we met a family that took us in, me and my mother. They took me into a private school. I got through education. They educated my mother. And yeah, and then this girl called Ajuma was scouted on a newspaper as I won then in 2003.
Yeah.
I was a national champion for 400 meters because I was so good in running.
Girl.
I went and
National
trained.
champion?
Yes.
400 meters?
Yes. I trained with IOC, the International Olympic Committee, at the Kipchoge Kainos camp. Yeah. So for 1 year, and I became the national champion. I was on the newspaper, and this there was an agency called Ford Models. Yeah. It's an international modeling agency. They saw me on the newspaper. They're like, "We gotta have her." So they came and hunted me down. They found me, and they were like, "Yeah, I would like to give you a contract." And I went to, yeah, I mean, they took me. I started in Paris. The first city I started modeling was Paris, and the rest is history.
Oh, wait, before even we get to the modeling career, which, honestly speaking, I think, I don't know whether you were born lucky or you grabbed the opportunities, but you were national champion in 400 meters.
Yes.
So where did that go?
So
did you have to shelf it in order to pursue?
Yeah, so the thing is that, you know, when I was in school,
yeah.
I mean, I used to do, you know how kids just do, you do your usual sports in school. I used to every time we ran, I was always the first one. Even when we had cross-country tournaments with other schools, I was always number one. So one day, Kipchoge's coach came to he was a friend of Kipchoge, yeah. And we were in school with Kipchoge's children. So he came into our school, and he saw me run, and was like, "Whoa! I've got to have that kid." Like, I want to give a scholarship to Virginia. It was at the time there was Virginia Military Academy, but for boys, and they were going to open for girls. So Kipchoge took me in to train me just for that particular scholarship. Hey, but it was so hard. Running was so painful. Yeah. So when this opportunity came for modeling, I was like, I just walk. I don't get tired and twist my ankle or anything like this, and then I get paid. So let's try it. Yeah. And then I just went for it.
How did you switch? You know, I can imagine. First of all, you're a tomboy.
For me, it was so. Yeah. Apparently I was a natural.
No, I think you are.
Because I mean, nobody taught me anything. I wasn't trained. I just found myself on a lineup on a runway behind Naomi Campbell. I was in front of her. I can't remember. I can't remember where I was, but she was really like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "Oh, I'm so," I was like, "I'm scared."
Starstruck.
Yeah, no, I wasn't even. I wasn't into the fashion industry or modeling or whatever. So it didn't really. I wasn't really like, starstruck or anything. I was just confused about the whole situation because just being dropped in some other world that you don't know about, you're not familiar with. So I was really confused and very So she was like, "No, don't worry, you're gonna be fine." So I was watching the screens because they usually have screens before you go in, so you can watch the models walking on the runway, the ones in front of you. Yeah. So I was watching and I was like, okay. She's like, "You see how that girl is doing? Just do it like that." I went in. I don't know. I went in, I did whatever it is that I did. I came back, she's like, "Oh my God, that was so good." I was like, "Okay, sawa." Then I just continued like that.
Wow. How is it, walking alongside? Because I know you've walked on some of the biggest fashion shows in the world. Yeah. Globally, you walked alongside Alekwek, you walked alongside Naomi Campbell,
Giselle, Adriana Lima.
Gosh.
Hey,
tell me about I don't know, Victoria's Secret. That was the most familiar.
Victoria's Secret.
How was it?
It was so crazy. It was such a hullabaloo because at the time, that was before Black Lives Matter movement. So we were models. Black models were even less. They were being used even less. We're like token models. You'll have a runway of 20 white models and maybe 1 or 2 black models, token models up and down, just in between. So for me, it was just I'm not even going to get it. First of all, I'm bald. All those girls have this nice hair, bouncy hair. When you see them on the runway. Yeah. I was like, first of all, I'm bald. I'm black, I'm dark. I just didn't look like that Victoria's Secret model. I went for casting. I was called for casting. I was like, wow, okay. So I went, I did the casting, and then I'm like, okay, you are, they usually put you on you're on option.
Yeah.
Then after casting, they put you on option. So now they have they're like the girls that they would like to work with, but they're still deliberating. So I was on option. Hey, then I was confirmed. I was like, what? But Ajuma, they have to make you a wig. I was like, okay, that's fine. As long as I get to do Victoria's Secret, just put anything on me, whatever. So they went. I used to go and measure my head. You're sort of put in this machine or this. You have a tailor for this thing. Yeah. They measure your head and everything. I think I went back and forth like, I don't know, 5 times. So they made this wig. Went for the show. Now I'm lining up to go in. I'm on the lineup now to get into the show. Yeah. The designer looked at me like this when it was almost my turn. She looked at me, take that thing off. He just like dragged it off and just threw it and pushed me in. I was like, oh, okay, it's me again. And I just did my thing. Yeah. It was so crazy, so exciting. The whole it's A-listers.
I know, I watch it on YouTube. It's nice.
Yeah, it's all A-list. The audience, all Hollywood A-listers. On the phone, just the whole audience. So you just walk and sing like who? Robin Williams. Oh my gosh. Okay. So and then over here, Justin Timberlake is singing
behind you.
Yeah. It was just like crazy. It was mad. Yeah. It was such a crazy experience. Yeah. Then after that, you go for the after party in big mansions, in Hollywood, and it was really, really an experience. And then the parties, Kina Lil Kim, Kina Who, Beyonce, the Who, Yani, everybody puffy, Yani. There's nobody there, just normal living. It's like, okay.